Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I'm Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping and wholesaling houses in New York, or if you're already doing how to grow your business. Got a question today. What's the difference between a warranty deed and what was the question? A deed. So obviously a warranty deed is a type of deed. The most common, so let's talk about different deeds. So there's a quick claim deed, which really, in where the seller represents nothing, right? The seller is not even legally representing they own the property. It's usually used in this situation where like a husband will deed a property over to his wife. In a situation where parties trust each other, that's a quick claim deed. Parties really trust each other because, anybody, I can write a deed right now for the White House to you, right? There has to be some kind of protection. Now, a warranty deed is usually saying that I have all the rights to transfer this property, and that there's no encumbrances or liens that are coming with it. Then there's bargain and sale deed, which really does not represent that that there are no liens or encumbrances. So that's why you get title insurance on those deeds. Those are the basic types of deeds. It's a deed of trust, which technically is a mortgage in other states. We don't really use that in New York. But what's important is that if you're doing research on a property, what's this hair? It's really bugging me right there. If you're doing research on a property, and you might see what type of deed it is, right? So in Nassau County, it's really easy. If you want to find out what was recorded on a property, you just do two steps. So one is go to mynassauproperty.com, put in the address, and then you will see the section, block, and lot. And then you can go to U.S. Land Records, and you can do a section search by section, block, and lot. And you'll see every document that is recorded for that property, and you can see what types of deeds, because it says on the deed whether it's a quitclaim deed, a bargain and sale deed, or a warranty deed. So in general, a warranty deed is the better type of deed. It basically says, hey, I'm selling you this property, but if there's a problem, then you can come back to me, and there's legal repercussions. That's the basic gist of it. Now, so we do a lot of research into properties, especially in Nassau, because of the two steps that I just told you, to see what's going on with the property. Sometimes people will tell me things about a property, and then I'll do a little research, and I'll see that something's a little fishy, right? They'll tell me they don't have any loans on it, and then I'll see a mortgage that was taken out a year before. These are types of research that I do that usually helps me. Now, there's a great tool called PropStream, which does a lot of this for you, where you can save some of those steps. I have a affiliate program with them where you get 10% back every quarter, and that is www.redata.now, so like real estate data now, redata.now.com. It's a great tool. It's really great. I mean, there are people who are like, I don't want to spend it, but it doesn't. So it does two things. PropStream really does a few things. Let me tell you what PropStream does, because I never really got into it. So PropStream does one. It's really good for valuing properties. If you don't have MLS, multiple listing service access, then I would say that the only acceptable alternative to multiple listing service only alternative to multiple listing service is PropStream. That's number one. So it gives you good valuations. You can run comps on it. Second thing is it gives you a lot of information about a property. So I will very often go to PropStream and just do a little quick search on a property before I make an offer on it, or before, sometimes even before I go see it. Who's the owner? Why is this guy, John Smith, telling me he's the owner when the owner seems to be somebody completely different? And then I might mention to the guy, who is the owner? So, and then you'll find out, I'm his friend, I'm doing it for my cousin, I inherited it from my uncle, that kind of thing. These things happen all the time. But it's good to know. So PropStream really, first of all, it's useful for valuation. I don't use it for valuation because I use the MLS, but in any places where I don't have MLS access, I use PropStream because it's nationwide. Second of all, it's good for doing quick research on a property. Is there a mortgage on it? What's going on it? Is it in foreclosure? What are the taxes? That kind of thing. And the third thing it's good for is you can download lists from it. So you can, with a standard subscription of $97 a month, and again, you get 10% back if you use me, if you use my affiliate link, then you can also download lists, potential lists that you can market to, up to 10,000 addresses a month. So that's very good. But if you're starting out and you're not licensed, even if you plan to get licensed, PropStream is really a good bridge until you get licensed, and it's a valuable tool that you may never stop using. I know a lot of people who use it exclusively for a lot of the things that I just mentioned. So whether it's valuation, whether it's property information, I think it's a really good resource in coming up with who owns a property, what's going on with the mortgage on the property, when was the deed taken out, most recorded data. Like Suffolk County is a real pain in the ass to get that information, but you can get it much easier on PropStream than you can going to the county website, right? This 19-digit Suffolk County tax number is ridiculously annoying. Nassau County is much easier, but it's still lengthy, right? If the lot is like lot 1, then you're going to get all the information from lot 1 or in lot 10 and 11, 12, 13, so you have to sift through it. So PropStream is really good doing research, and I use it. I use PropStream every day. I mean, I really do. I like it a lot. How do we get into this? Oh, so that's basic research. You can see the deed. So if you look in PropStream or on a county website, you'll see what type of deed it is. You'll see whether it's a warranty deed, a quitclaim deed, or a bargain and sale deed. It doesn't really matter unless it's a quitclaim deed from some other party, then sometimes there's fraud going on. I've seen that, unfortunately, a few times. But part of what we do is doing some research to figure out what the hell is going on with the property. Sometimes, I wish I was good enough. I wish I knew the John Martinez steps good enough to really get into the depth of every seller, what they really want. But very often they're not going to give you a lot of information. And sometimes you can figure out something on PropStream and that'll get them to sort of open up and be more helpful. So I'm a big fan of PropStream, and I'm also a big fan of people doing the research. So there was a period of time where I was trying to do driving for dollars, and I had a bunch of people driving for me with a Deal Machine app, and they were bringing me deals. But I ended up doing the research, and I think I had about 600 properties. Every single one of them wasn't a good deal, right? They all fell into one of 4 categories. So either they were already bank owned, so that's gone. They were already investor bought, right? Maybe at auction, that's not a deal anymore. Sometimes they were super underwater, so like they owed $1 million and it was a $200,000 property, or they were reverse mortgages. So if they were reverse mortgages, that's a whole nother topic for discussion, but not something I wanted to look at. But what I started telling people is I want you to do the research first and see if they fall into one of those 4 categories. If they don't, I'm happy to consider that it's possibly a deal. But if it did, I don't want to deal with it anymore. So it's just not a deal. So it's important to understand that if you're going on driving for dollars, that kind of thing, you want somewhere to do quick research to see if this is owned by a bank already, if this is bought by an investor already, and PropStream is a really quick way to do that. So I'm a big fan of anything that makes your research into a property quicker. So that's why I'm a big fan of PropStream. I would say most people in the business use a tool like that. In other parts, like in Texas, there's a service called Propelio that's very good. It works in certain areas, but PropStream is really nationwide. They used to stink in New York. I mean, I really didn't like the way they got information, but they improved dramatically over the last few years. And I think it's a must-have tool to anybody that's doing serious business now. Okay, what else? Listen, deeds are a really boring topic, right? I mean, I could probably just spew on verbal vomiting stuff. They're doing construction next door to my daughter's house where I am in Los Angeles. So, deeds are boring, so that's why I really went into other topics. I really hope this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're interested in finding out more about a course I have that teaches how to do what I do, go to howtoflipnewyorkcourse.com. If you are interested in finding out more about coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help me. And what else? Oh yeah, please keep the comments coming. I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say. Any comment is fine. Doesn't even have to be about the video you're watching. And if it's a simple question, I will reply with an answer. If it's something that I've covered before, I'll send you links to a video or videos on it. And if it's a new topic or something I haven't covered in a long time, then I will do a new video on it. So thank you very, very much for watching.